Hello. It has been a while since I last filmed anything for YouTube. Gosh, I just don't know how this has happened, but I've just really fallen out of the swing of things, and yeah, I'm trying to get back into it basically. So today I thought, okay, I've got ready for the day, let me pick up my camera in the hopes that for March I will have enough video clips filmed to upload a vlog. Honestly, I don't have much plans for today. I would really love to kind of open this a little bit more, but because I've got this vest top on, does it look weird? Anyway, I realised I was like half dressed for that, so I put my cardigan on because it is still very much cold in London. But I've got side parting today. I washed my hair last night and I decided to do side parting, which is quite unusual for me, but also I washed my hair last night. So can you see all like my hair? Literally like all the way up here. I don't know if you can see that, but it is just so dramatic. I'm going to use, I think I've spoken about this before, but this is the Percy & Reed Define and Hold Finishing Cream. And I like this one because it doesn't feel like too thick or too heavy. Because I also have the Schwarzkopf like hair gel, which kind of comes in like a mascara stick, and that's great at keeping your hairs down. Like that will do such a good job, but almost too good of a job, because then my hair just feels so like, it just feels like it needs a wash quicker, and where I've literally just washed my hair, I don't want to be putting in that much product already. My hair's really long at the moment, and honestly what I need to do is probably just get it cut, but I don't know, for some reason I'm just not doing that, so I keep just tying it up and doing the classic bun, or I'm quite enjoying a plait at the moment, ponytails, like everything except cutting my hair basically. I did make the mistake of doing this with rings on, so it has kind of got up a few little bits like there's that annoying bump, but I'm leaving it as it is. I just really don't know if the side part, gosh, it looks so alien. Do I just look really weird? I feel like I look really weird. Let me show you what I'm wearing, because I feel as far as ever from fashion blogger status. But I'm wearing this cardigan. It's from Boden, and I quite like that it's this light colour, perfect for springtime, but then it's got this like navy stitch detailing, which I think is really, really nice. And I mentioned in a video that I did a few weeks ago now, that I'm really loving navy as an alternative to black. So I've got on these navy trousers, which I guess kind of matches that. I always loved a little bit of a matchy moment. So yeah, that's today's outfit. Nothing groundbreaking. I don't think any of my outfits are anymore, but I like it. Comfy, casual, nice. I received this package and I thought I would open it up with you. It's from a brand called Newport, and they focus on like home interiors, and they got in touch and asked if I would like to pick out any products from their website. So I had a look and they have so many beautiful things, so of course I said yes. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of bubble wrap in here because I requested a few glasses, so fingers crossed they've made it okay. So I'll start off with what we have right at the top. This is the Newport Manhattan collection, and these are the crystal glass highball glasses. These are a pack of 6 and they look so beautiful online. I love these. I just think they're so beautiful. Really nice for us to add in to our home. We've got really basic tumbler glasses. We bought quite a few of them when we first moved into our home, and there's nothing wrong with them, don't get me wrong, but I just think it's really nice to have something a bit smarter, something that feels a bit heavier and a bit more substantial, and these are beautiful. They come in a pack of 6. I do actually think you can also get these individually though, but I got 2 boxes of these. The second box. Oh, and then this was kind of like a rogue one, but they asked me if I wanted to sort of like complete the set, and I was like, yeah, sure. So these are the Manhattan collection as well, but these are, oh, no, I didn't ask for this. I think they just popped this in. This is the, again, Manhattan collection, but this is the crystal glass carafe. That's so nice. I think they must have just sent me the full collection of this Manhattan collection, which is super nice because I didn't request for this particular item. But that is really nice. Gosh, it feels so heavy as well. Like it's so, like substantial, do you know what I mean? Like sometimes you get glassware and things that they're just like quite light, but this definitely feels like really big and heavy. But that's so beautiful. It matches obviously with the glasses. So then we've got the Manhattan Collection crystal glass tumbler glasses. These are the smaller ones, which I just thought were really nice. These I actually thought were really nice for like cocktails and things. And don't get me wrong, we're not the best at like cocktail making and stuff, but we thought it'd be quite nice to have like just something different at home. So again, these are a pack of 6. This is what I thought the carafe was going to be. So this is the, again, in the Manhattan Collection, the crystal glass champagne glasses. And again, these come in a pack of 6. Gosh, I feel utterly spoiled. So here we have the champagne flutes. We don't own champagne flutes in our home. I think it was for Andre's birthday last year, we got like a pack of like plastic ones because champagne isn't something we're going to typically drink. So it was very early on, literally like a month into being in our home, and we were like, okay, champagne glasses are not top of the list at the moment, but these are beautiful, stunning, again, super heavy, super luxurious. It's such a beautiful collection. And the last 2 things in here are from their rattan collection. I don't know if these have a particular collection name, but I will link this and the glasses and everything in the description box down below. But these were just a set of coasters, which I think is always good to have. And finally, they also popped in the matching tray. And I don't know if you can see, but this is really, really big, but it matches with the coasters. I mean, even that on like a coffee table, for example. I really like having a little tray there with like all the things in that, and this is a really generous size. So that was an incredibly generous gift from the team over at Newport Home Interiors. As I said, I will link all of these in the description box so that you can have a look at them yourselves and have a browse of their website. They really do have some stunning pieces. They had gorgeous bedding online as well, and even more like plates and crockery. Really worth having a look. It was a completely new brand to me. I'd never heard of them before, but I am so far very impressed with the pieces that I have received, and also just really love their website. So I would recommend having a look if you're after some new interiors inspo. What do you think of the tray here? I think it actually looks quite nice on the dining table. I mean, I know there's mess elsewhere, but that's fine. Oh dear. I was just doing my makeup and then I thought, oh, I'm gonna give my brows a bit of a tidy up. And now I have no eyebrows. I just got so like tweezer and snap happy. I was trimming my eyebrows like I usually do. I just have like these little scissors and I typically like trim them a bit, but I just went down like a bit too much. And I think you can tell, particularly on this eyebrow, like here is so much lower than everywhere else, but I couldn't go that thin. And then I just had to keep on thinning them out so that they didn't just have like a massive hole. And now I have really thin eyebrows. Oh, that is so annoying. Okay, makeup done. What do we think? I don't think the brows look too bad. They are a bit dark, and the reason for this is I've only just realized I've been using the Precisely My Brow Pencil, the Benefit Eyebrow Pencil, in a shade 5, and typically I would be a shade 4, so that's why. I've just finished filming a makeup collection declutter / downsizing my makeup, and I did such a good job. I'm so like pleased with myself, because whenever I do these declutters, sometimes I just don't end up decluttering and I keep the majority of what I already had. But this time I really felt like I just needed a good declutter. I just needed to sort of cull through those products, really go through them and just decide what I would actually use and what I probably wouldn't use. And I feel like I did a really good job at that. So that's what I've basically spent the past like 2-3 hours doing. Honestly, it takes a long time. I feel like it takes long to make up your mind anyway, but then it takes even longer when you're filming it as well. I managed to like chip my nails, both my thumbs annoyingly, but I chipped both of those in the process. So yeah, a job well done if you ask me. And now I have all of this to clear up, and I will be honest with you, I cannot be bothered. I feel like I've done so much decluttering now that the last thing I want to do is any more tidying, to be honest. So my plan now is to just put all of that into a bag and put it to one side, and then probably have a tea. I think it's like, I don't know what time it is. It's 5:45. So it's actually a little bit late for a tea for me, to be honest. I like tea time to be around like 4 o'clock, but I think I deserve one. This is what I've managed to do, which I think is great. So this is the entirety of my makeup collection. Like, genuinely, this is all of my makeup, and I used to have, I think, like 3 drawers filled with makeup at one point, so this feels really impressive. But what doesn't feel impressive is the state of this makeup bag filled with lip products. Now this has to be next on my agenda, but I just feel with lipsticks in particular, you want to kind of like try them and swatch them, and I just think it's a little bit harder to declutter lipsticks, so I'm holding on to these a little bit longer. Funnily enough, these literally live like down here on the floor under the dresser. Definitely needs to improve that, but I have an empty drawer now, and then I have my top drawer here, which I might do some switching up. I have so many brushes, like just an absurd amount of brushes in my opinion. I literally have like these 4 that I typically use. So anyway, this is a bit of a weird angle. I actually had a ring light on from, oh, clearly I needed a ring light on. I had a ring light on from filming because it got dark, and I just thought, because we're in the dressing table and the drawers are like lower than the bed and everything, so even any light coming from outside wouldn't really show through. So I had my ring light on, which I guess that's why I never really like film from this way around, because it's just too dark. But honestly, I am really chuffed with my decluttering today. I mean, there are some things that I basically need to split everything now that I've sort of decluttered into what I can give to my friends and family for them to have a look through if they want to keep any of these things and use them themselves, and what I need to throw away, because there were a few products in here that had definitely been open for a little too long, so those need to go. But then there are also others that are perfectly fine, perfectly usable. There's a lot of stuff in here that's new, like new mascaras and stuff like that, and just so much. I just feel like sometimes I get to a point where I have so much stuff and I want to use everything, oops, but I can't possibly use everything. Like, it's just too much stuff. So yeah, I guess, yeah, and I guess when that happens, I'm sort of like, what's the point? But I'm trying to be a little bit stricter with myself. What I did the best in terms of decluttering was mascaras. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 decluttered mascaras, which is insane. Like, I don't even know how I had this many mascaras in my collection, especially me, who pretty much religiously uses waterproof mascara. So this is now my bag of like goodies to give to my friends, and then here I just have some that need to go to the bin. As I ended my vlog, I said I was going to treat myself to a cup of tea, so it's time to treat myself to a cup of tea. I'm not sure whether I mentioned it in my vlog that I ended up chipping so many of my nails yesterday during filming my makeup declutter. I think where I was just like picking up products and just using my hands a lot, my nails really suffered. They are really quite weak at the moment, but I felt like they're not particularly overgrown in my opinion. I actually think they're still in quite good shape. I've had these for about, I want to say I had this manicure a week and a half ago, I think. So I still think they're looking pretty good. So what I did was just like cut, unfortunately, I had to cut the thumbs down and then just try to like file them all down so that they look a slightly more rounded again, and just to hopefully keep the manicure that little bit longer. But I really like this colour. This colour is It was a D&D shade, and I think it was called either Lava Red or like Red Lava maybe, but I think it's just such a nice red shade. On camera it looks slightly more like orangey red, but in real life it's just a nice kind of bright red, perfect for this like transitional time of year, I think. So just wanted to share with you. Good evening. A bit of a weird one, a weird time to check in. It's 9:20 p.m. But I wanted to firstly check in because I tanned my face. Oh my gosh, you can really tell by my hand. But I just need to wash it off. But some days I really like to essentially put on some tan in the morning and then just let it like do its thing all day. So I've like, yeah, done that. And then about an hour or so ago, I put like an extra drop on my nose because my nose, like the tan on my nose never seems to like adhere as well. If you could tell, like my nose looks so much pinker than like the rest of me, which has this sort of like healthy glow going on. Anyway, that's what I did this evening. I'll check in again with you tomorrow. I'm going to have a bath now. Andrea and I are going out for dinner tonight, and this is what I'm wearing. My head's chopped off. Andrea and I are off out this evening. I couldn't find a place that was tall enough for me to like show my outfit. I'm wearing this dress. It's from Marge, and it's quite old, but I really like it, and I thought it was quite spring-like, and I haven't really had the chance to wear it. But I've just popped on a blazer because I just want to look a little fancy, I guess. And then I have on this cardigan though, because this is short sleeved, and I wanted to quickly show you. So if you sort of layer like this, obviously this doesn't look great with what I'm wearing underneath. So a little trick that I do is get a button, do it up at the back, which I guess you won't really be able to see, but button it behind. There we go. And then it's sort of like, obviously it looks silly if you take off your coat, but it keeps it like this. So then when you've got a blazer, oh gosh, a blazer or any sort of jacket over the top, it's not coming out anymore. It's like very much tucked away. So I thought that was a nice little tip to share with you. We are going to STK this evening, which neither of us have ever been to. The menu looks great. And today was actually the day this video was supposed to go live, but I didn't have much filmed. Oh gosh, there's literally stuff everywhere. I didn't have much filmed, so I pushed it back. So you'll see this video in April, even though it's my March vlog, but I think that's fine. So yeah, we are off.